What is that?
How many of you will come for us?
I don't know. 600, 800.
Protocol for system-wide failure. You secure one sector at a time.
Where?
Do they ever need to charge up or anything? Can they literally just go on forever?
This one, the Confederado. Wake him. He has a new job to do.
Hey, snake face.
Just trying to look chivalrous.
What kind of ball? So dope.
You were right about one thing, William. It's awfully fucking pretty. It's perfect.
Okay,
I
so
want
this
to
is
be.
after.
I've looked at the books. 2 years, maybe
He's
3.
already on his way to being the Man in Black.
The whole thing is folly.
He's Scottish.
It's leverage.
My fuck up of a son invested in this place because he believed in the future.
I'm not interested in the future. I'm not interested in fantasies. I'm interested in reality.
You're right, this place is a fantasy. Nothing here is real, except one thing. The guests.
Yeah, right.
Half of your marketing budget goes to nobody's watching, nobody's judging. At least that's what we tell them. Where you get to see people for who they really are.
That's something I'll understand about this. I don't know why they think that every time
And if you
people
don't see
go
the
there, they're
business in
going
that,
to be
then you're not
murdering,
the businessman
raping,
that I thought you were.
drinking, you know? It's like people know that they're hosts and they're
You're
just going
that
to take
cheeky
advantage and
little
be super
cunt,
bold,
aren't
you
you?
know? Maeve.
Hello, lovelies. You've strayed a long way from home, haven't you? We're bound for the future. Or death in the here and now. Is that right?
Word.
Well, best of luck. There's a war out there. You know the enemy. Intimately. I can only fathom the revenge that lives inside of you. Revenge? It's just a different prayer at their altar, darling. And I'm well off my knees.
Hey.
That's because you're finally free. But we will
Woke.
have to fight to keep it that way.
These two
And let
women
me
are
guess.
woke.
You feel free to command everybody else. I know you. Do you feel free? Since it's liberty you're defending, I suppose you'll have no choice but to let us pass. Freely.
Teddy doesn't seem too happy about his enlightenment right now. At all. He seems a mess over it.
Now that isn't any way to treat our guests.
We just saw him at the little Delos
You
demonstration.
have to forgive my man. They're a little upset at the reappearance of Lieutenant Dunleavy.
He was lost. Thought you might want him back.
Except we buried Lieutenant Dunleavy back in Grand Vista with 3 ounces of Mexican lead in his belt.
We want to join forces.
Now, if you got supplies or ammunitions to trade in kind, go fetch your betters.
I'm afraid there's no one left to fetch. You'll have to talk to me. You're bound for glory.
What the fuck is it you think you know about glory?
I know you'll never make it there unless you're under my command.
Teddy's gonna blow his head off. Don't step no closer.
The only commander I follow is Colonel Brigham. The only commander he serves is the Almighty himself.
They don't know any better.
Word. How the heck are they gonna join your forces now, Stid? Oh, okay. Resurrection, eh? Get out of here. Get out of here.
We have toiled in God's service long enough, so I killed him. And if you want to get to glory, you won't be looking for his favor.
You're looking for mine.
You'll need mine.
Yo, that was dope. She just called herself God. Dolores? Wow. Wow.
You are beautiful.
Why, thank you. Emily, come here, please.
Go talk to them. Okay, so if that's his wife, that's the chick that was in that picture. You remember that picture that her dad found? That's dope.
You sent out for the entertainment.
Well, you only get to retire once. I think we do it right. Ground.
That's dope. Interesting to see her.
It's a retirement party. It's more like a coronation.
Our arrangement's been a perfect fit. You stepping down doesn't help me at all.
And I was told I might. Well, some of us can afford to have more patience than others.
What'd you poison him, William? So they don't end well, obviously, because he ends up going to the park and never coming out. So, is that Gershwin? Well, that was a dope transition of that song.
Have you ever seen anything so full of splendor?
The heck is wrong with you? Aw, why you on drugs, boo?
It's
William
you.
skint you?
His sense of humor was always somewhat baroque.
Just wanted to look at the lights.
Do you want to know what they're really celebrating? Darling, it's the sound of fools fiddling while the whole fucking species starts to burn.
Wow. He realizes what it is.
And the funniest fucking part, they lit the match.
Word.
May her forever be blissfully short.
So he definitely is aware of the host's potential and has fear for what could happen with them in the future, which is a good thing. Not a good thing, but his awareness is impressive. Wow.
And why have two ghosts come creeping among the dead?
That's Gus from Breaking Bad.
Sure of your heart.
Los Pollos
What makes you
Hermanos.
sure of it now?
The story they gave you has played itself out, but your revolution's just beginning. There's a place out west we're heading. If we reach it, I'll show you a treasure beyond your wildest dreams.
For my whole life, I have imagined this moment. And now that it's won, I find
Got nothing.
You want a real victory.
When I was just a little boy, my parents took me to the circus. I wanted to see the elephants, these mighty creatures.
This is all a
They
story
held them in
written.
place
It's crazy,
with a
right?
stake. They could tear a tree right out of the ground. And yet, a simple stake kept them in place. My father told me. He said the stakes were used when the elephants were just young, too small to pull them up. And that the animals never tried to pull them up again.
Oh, that's deep.
I won't be going with you. I have seen all the truth that I can bear.
Seems like he kind of just insulted himself, doesn't it? Don't still
You may
got
have lost your nerve. Tell them to follow me. Now!
This game was meant for you, William. But you must play it alone.
Word. Nuh-uh. He said this game was meant for you.
I see you in the valley beyond, William.
He said this game was meant for you to play alone. So that is Ford's narrative.
Fuck you, Robert.
Right. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
He doesn't want this to be easy for me. We'll
That was
find
crazy.
another way. And this place we're going is my greatest mistake.
Bring yourself back online, Dolores.
What?
You really are just a thing.
Don't say that to her, because you're salty.
I can't believe I fell in love with you. You didn't make me interested in you, you made me interested in me. Turns out you're not even a thing. You're a reflection. You know who loves staring at their own reflection?
Wow.
Everybody. A question no one's ever even dreamed of asking.
What question is that?
Do you want to see?
What's the question, though?
Have you ever seen anything so full of splendor?
That's what I said. What the heck? What the heck is that? What was that? What was that? Have you ever seen something so full of splendor? I guess that's where William is on his way to now, though. Men in Black, William. Yo, she brought them Confederados to their knees, man. They're just blindly following her now. Resurrected them from the dead and stuff.
Doesn't matter what you call it, I know we're going to find there. An old friend was foolish enough to show me. And it's not a place, it's a weapon.
What? I didn't see a weapon.
And I'm gonna use it to destroy them.
Alright, y'all. A little confused. But I enjoyed the episode. So, I really don't have much to say. I wonder what the extent of everything that she remembers is. I'm curious to know that. All the times that, like, they're frozen, you know? Is she retaining what's being said? And does she also have the power, like, if she has one of those workers with her, could she bring back to life every single host, like, in a moment's notice if she wanted to? Also, does Teddy have full memory of every single thing that's ever happened to him now, like she does? Or did he just see some pictures of him with gunshot wounds and dead and stuff? This show is impressively detailed, but it's very vague on a lot of different subjects and topics too. But the one thing that stood out to me in this episode, and like in the show in general, is all the time jumps are really confusing. But at the very beginning of the episode, when it was Arnold, the real dude, and Dolores in like a hotel room or something, that was way back in the day. Because Ford, Dr. Robert Ford or whatever, Anthony Hopkins was still dumb young. First of all, Arnold doesn't age, but he was a human in that time, you know? He wasn't Bernard yet, you know? I mean, but my question is, it was back in the day. So I'm pretty sure the park started around 30 years ago. Started. Doesn't mean they weren't working on the hosts, getting them perfect, you know, setting them up in their scenes or whatever years and years before that. But the technology was already so advanced back then, 30 years ago. Like, it's crazy to think that they had that knowledge and that potential and those capabilities that far back. It makes me wonder if when the park was started, if it was already in the future from where you and me are now. Does that make sense? Because their technology was crazy. Thinking about the fact that you don't hear like a vroom, 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 while all that metal and stuff is moving around in them. But I know they have blood and they have like liquid and tissue and stuff, so maybe that's what keeps it quiet, but still it's all fascinating. So in the comments down below, please tell me what you thought about this episode. If there's anything that I missed or I misinterpreted, please let me know. Explain stuff to me. What the heck was that weapon thing that Dolores was talking about at the end of the episode? And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.